Okay, we're back in the HCH1 Civic today. So the ignition's turned on and the car is sat with the engine not running at the moment, and this is the final version of the prototype control device. It's a bit difficult to see in this light, but the gist of it is that we have a pot, the blue pot there, and that basically controls system regeneration. There's a little tiny button, as you can see on the right hand side there, and that's the start cycle. So it's just wired directly to the MCM at the back, so there's no input from the ECM from the front of the car. So if I press the start button, the car starts up automatically. The car's now running. No IMA errors. There's a check engine light, but that's because the communication line is disconnected from the ECM, but the ECM is generating that, so we're not worried about that. No IMA errors, that's the main thing. Now if I turn the pot, rotate the pot, if I rotate it this way, engine revs up, let's assist. If I rotate it the other way, we get regeneration. If I look at the, if I do this is probably the easiest way. So we look at regenerating some. So we've got some regen now, 10 amps. If I tweak it up a little tiny bit more, it's nearly stalling, not quite. So I turn it back down again to nothing. Nothing. Pot's in the middle position now. If I turn it the other way, you'll see the current now changing if I go the other way. So it's now draining current. So assisting, the engine runners are rising, and you can see it's assisting there. Back down again. So basically the IMA system is now controlled just by a simple pot. Or in the case of the project that I'm working on with Hans in Holland, it's going to be a 0 to 5 volt signal with some dead areas for safety built in. So basically all he's going to do is going to send the my little control device voltages between 0 and 5 volts to command assist and regen, and there'll be a separate line to command the start cycle. So I'm just going to stall the car by turning up lots of regen. That's stalled it. Put the pot back into the middle, press the start cycle button again, and the car's immediately restarted. So there we are, that's where we are. So the control devices were working independently of the ECM and talking directly to the MCM. I did try to have the control line controlled directly into the PIC without using a pull down transistor, but it wouldn't work for some reason. I don't really understand why. I think probably the PIC input current capability wasn't enough to pull down the line sufficiently to give a clear signal to the MCM at the back. So I've now just added a transistor, 2N3904, same as I've used before on the actual IMA CNC device for the HCH1. I tried to dispense with that, but that didn't work, so I've gone back and just added that transistor back in again, and there's no problems, as you can see. So that's where we are. One last look at the device, and there we are. Hope that proves interesting, and now I've got to make that part on some breadboard, and it'll be ready to send over to Hans to incorporate into the vehicle once he's got the IMA system fully installed.